Tell me what like the art scene in New York is like right now from your perspective. I know you said you also just came back from the West
Seattle.
Coast, Seattle, right? Yeah. So like, what's the art scene in New York like, and how does it differ from maybe somewhere like Seattle, just like other places? Like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like in 2023, 2022 type shit.
I feel like it's a renaissance, like in New York. I believe it. People would be like, "Oh, some people hate that word because they don't want to feel clicked up." But sometimes that word is actually like, you know, there's a reason why that word is. I feel like New York is on a renaissance because it got hit. I think about it. COVID, was really lingering for a little minute. Time to rebuild. Now to go back to regular scheduling type. So now I feel like over now, like since the past year now, it's kind of going back to regular scheduling, as far as getting active and more people getting active and coming up.
They said
Right.
that Kobe coming back.
That's what I've
Yeah.
been hearing.
They said that shit
Yeah.
coming back. They said that shit kicking.
It's coming back, but
Nah,
they're not gonna go back to shutting shit down, are they?
Hey, you never
that shit
know.
was like,
I'm weak.
you thought I
I'm
was
weak.
finished?
I
Like,
thought it was
they
finished.
came back. They
I'm
make me an
weak.
intro real quick on this, right?
I'm
Like, no
weak.
cap. But nah, but it's still from what I've seen though, like I've seen a lot of art show, people doing a lot of things, in the cities, a lot of scene. People have seen it, like, they felt like, oh, this shit is like kind of the 80s back in the day, but whatever there was, old heads were talking. But people felt like it's something new, like, it's a bunch of new artists, a bunch of people that do a bunch of creative stuff. And I like that. And I like a lot of black people do it too. So I like to see that, what I'm saying? That's beautiful to see people start like slowly come back together. Like, but New York, New York always gonna be the maker. They're always gonna have that one up, regardless. You know what I'm saying? That it's in part of the history. The city lives on making connection. You can't survive over here without making connection on whatever field you're doing. So that connection
Right.
always keep things going and keeps things connected. But you go in a certain town and certain cities, it's not necessarily like that. And me going to Seattle made me realize that like damn, I'm complaining in New York and shit, but like we actually very spoiled, like because over there they're doing everything they could somehow to bring back a city alive, something that they used to, like that's kind of even crazy to feel. I never been in that type of experience like that because I
Right.
grew up in Paris and I grew up. Man, I grew up in the DMV. I felt people in like Maryland, like we pretty solid with each other because we just like we just fuck with what we fuck with, and we're not really worried about outside influences. So that's kind of saved the kind of DMV, but it also played tricks too because people only focus on the local aspect of things and they can't see past the local aspect. So it has a gift and a curse. But being a town that's actually like, yo, that shit got hit. Like they get hit with like drug addiction, you know what I'm saying? Like out of nowhere, like a town turned like to zombie land now. Like, they don't even know what to do. Then you have like some weird type of segregation between black and white people, even between black people too. You feel me? So you have to kind of knit and pick between all that, like find where you fit in.
Early